the late 8th century AD. A new power is unleashed upon the world. From the icy fjords of Scandinavia come fierce warriors, raiders, explorers, their longships slicing through the waves like knives. They are the Vikings, and their impact on Europe will be profound. For over 3 centuries, the Viking Age will see these intrepid seafarers spread terror and awe across the known world. But they were more than just raiders. They were traders, explorers, and craftsmen who left an indelible mark on the history and culture of Europe. Join us now as we journey back in time to explore the fascinating and often brutal world of the Vikings. The Viking Age, a period of immense change and upheaval. Picture, if you will, the peaceful monasteries of Lindisfarne, of Iona, set amidst the crashing waves of the North Sea. Suddenly, on the horizon appear sleek, deadly vessels, their prows adorned with fearsome beasts. The Vikings have arrived. Driven by a complex mix of factors, from overpopulation in their Scandinavian homelands to the lure of wealth and fertile land, the Vikings set out to conquer. Their longships, masterpieces of maritime engineering, allowed them to navigate rivers and seas with astonishing speed and agility. And navigate they did, striking fear into the hearts of the unsuspecting across Europe. Their raids were swift and brutal. Monasteries were plundered, villages razed, and captives taken as slaves. The great cities of the Frankish kingdoms trembled before their might. Paris itself fell victim to their onslaught, its inhabitants forced to pay a hefty ransom for their freedom. But it wasn't just brute force that defined the Vikings. They were also shrewd tacticians and strategists. Their military prowess, coupled with their ability to exploit political divisions within Europe, allowed them to achieve remarkable success. From the British Isles to the Frankish kingdoms, from the Iberian Peninsula to the Caspian Sea, the Vikings left their mark. Some settled in the lands they conquered, integrating into local populations and founding new dynasties. The Normans, descendants of Viking raiders who settled in northern France, would go on to conquer England in 1066, marking a pivotal moment in English history. The impact of the Vikings on the development of Europe cannot be overstated. Their raids forced European kingdoms to strengthen their defenses, leading to the rise of feudalism and the development of powerful centralized states. Note, the music volume has been reduced by 60% throughout the chapter. To truly understand the Viking impact, we must first journey to their origins, to the rugged, breathtaking landscapes of Scandinavia. Here, amidst towering mountains and deep fjords, a hardy people thrived. Bound together by kinship ties and a shared seafaring heritage, they were natural sailors, fishermen, and explorers. Life in Scandinavia was harsh, resources scarce. The Vikings, skilled shipbuilders and navigators, turned their attention outwards, seeking new lands and opportunities. Their longships, capable of sailing in shallow waters and up rivers, became their weapon, their vessel of exploration, their key to unlocking the treasures of the known world. Imagine, if you will, the thrill of discovery as these intrepid explorers set sail across the vast expanse of the North Atlantic, guided by the stars and their own innate sense of adventure. They established settlements in Iceland and Greenland, braving harsh conditions to carve out a living on the edge of the known world. Leif Erikson, a Viking explorer from Greenland, is even believed to have reached the shores of North America centuries before Columbus. The Viking expansion wasn't just driven by a thirst for adventure or wealth. It was also fueled by a complex web of social and political factors. Scandinavia at the time was undergoing a period of significant population growth. Land, always a precious commodity, became scarce, leading to competition and conflict. Ambitious chieftains, eager to prove their worth and secure their legacies, sought glory and fortune in raids and conquests abroad. These factors, combined with the Vikings' seafaring skills and their relentless pursuit of opportunity, propelled them across the map, leaving an indelible mark on the course of history. At the heart of the Viking success lay a marvel of engineering, the longship. These sleek, versatile vessels, crafted from sturdy oak and propelled by sail and oar, were more than just boats. They were symbols of Viking ingenuity and seafaring prowess. Picture the scene: a Viking longship, its prow adorned with a fearsome dragon head, slicing through the waves, its square sail billowing in the wind. The rhythmic splash of oars, the shouts of the crew, the salty spray of the sea, a symphony of sights and sounds that spoke of both adventure and danger. The longship's shallow draft allowed it to navigate rivers and coastlines with ease, giving the Vikings a strategic advantage in raids and warfare. They could appear suddenly, strike swiftly, and disappear just as quickly, leaving chaos and destruction in their wake. But the longship was more than just a tool of war. It was also a vessel of trade and exploration, carrying the Vikings across vast distances, connecting them to distant lands and cultures. The design of the longship itself was a testament to Viking ingenuity. Flexible, yet strong, it could withstand the rigors of the open sea and navigate treacherous coastal waters. Its clinker-built hull with overlapping planks of wood provided both strength and flexibility, and the sail, woven from wool, could be raised or lowered quickly, allowing the Vikings to harness the power of the wind or rely on oars for maneuverability in battle or when navigating narrow waterways. The longship wasn't just a technological marvel, it was a reflection of the Vikings' relationship with the sea. It was an extension of their culture, their spirit of adventure, their mastery of the elements. It was the key to their success, the vessel that carried them across the waves to conquer, to explore, and to leave an enduring legacy on the world. The Viking reputation as fearsome warriors is well deserved. Their raids, swift and brutal, left a trail of destruction across Europe. But their success in battle wasn't solely due to ferocity. It was also a product of cunning strategy, tactical flexibility, and a deep understanding of the element of surprise. Imagine the terror of a coastal village, the tranquility of a summer's day, shattered by the distant beat of war drums growing ever louder. On the horizon, the unmistakable silhouette of Viking longships, their arrival heralding chaos and destruction. The Vikings, masters of psychological warfare, often used their fearsome reputation to their advantage. The mere sight of their longships on the horizon was enough to send shivers down the spines of their enemies. Their attacks were often swift and decisive, aimed at maximizing shock and awe. They would strike at vulnerable points, targeting monasteries, churches, and wealthy settlements. Speed and mobility were crucial to their success. They would land quickly, overwhelm their opponents with a ferocious onslaught, plunder whatever valuables they could carry, and then vanish back into the sea before reinforcements could arrive. The Vikings were skilled warriors, adept at both hand-to-hand combat and ranged warfare. They fought with axes, swords, spears, and bows and arrows, their weapons a testament to their craftsmanship and skill in metallurgy. They were also masters of adapting to different terrains and fighting styles. Whether raiding a coastal village or engaging in a pitched battle inland, they displayed a remarkable ability to adjust their tactics to suit the circumstances. Their victories weren't solely due to brute force, however. They were also skilled strategists, often exploiting political divisions and rivalries among their enemies to their advantage. They would ally themselves with one side against another, playing different factions off against each other to weaken their opponents and achieve their own objectives. The Vikings, though often perceived as barbarians, were far more nuanced and complex than popular history might suggest. While the Vikings are often remembered for their raids and conquests, their impact on Europe extended far beyond the battlefield. They were not merely agents of destruction, but also brought with them a rich culture, a tradition of craftsmanship, and a legacy of trade and exploration that would leave a lasting mark on the societies they encountered. As we've seen, the Viking presence in Europe wasn't limited to raiding. Many chose to settle in the lands they conquered, integrating with local populations and contributing to a vibrant cultural exchange. They established trading outposts, connecting Scandinavia to a vast network of commerce that stretched from the Byzantine Empire in the east to the Islamic world in the south. Their artistic skills were renowned. Intricate carvings adorned their long ships and everyday objects, reflecting their mythology, their close connection to nature, and their fascination with the beasts and monsters of the Norse sagas. Their craftsmanship extended to metalwork, jewelry making, and the creation of stunningly intricate textiles. These objects, imbued with Viking artistry and design, found their way into the heart of Europe through trade and conquest, influencing local artistic styles and tastes. The Vikings also left their mark on the languages of the lands they settled. English in particular bears the imprint of their linguistic influence, with words like berserk, skull, and knife originating from Old Norse, the language spoken by the Vikings. Place names across Britain and Ireland still bear witness to their presence. Think of the by suffix, common in many town names, derived from the Old Norse word for farm or settlement. Their impact on the political landscape of Europe was equally significant. Their conquests and settlements led to the establishment of new kingdoms and dynasties. The Norman conquest of England, led by William the Conqueror, a descendant of Viking settlers in Normandy, had a profound impact on the course of English history, shaping its language, laws, and culture for centuries to come. So, the Viking legacy is a complex tapestry woven from threads of war and peace, destruction and creation, terror and admiration. They were more than just raiders. They were explorers, traders, artisans, and settlers who left an enduring legacy on the world stage. The Viking Age, a period of turmoil and transformation, left an indelible mark on the course of European history. Their longships, their warriors, their art, and their thirst for adventure continue to captivate our imaginations centuries later. If you enjoyed this epic tale of exploration and conquest, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating journeys into the past. Our world is filled with incredible stories waiting to be unearthed. From the rise and fall of empires to the lives of ordinary people who shaped the course of history, there's always something new to discover. Join us next time as we delve into another captivating chapter of our shared human story. Until then, keep exploring, keep